It's springtime. Let's look at 5 great spring cocktails. Yeah, I know there's still snow. It's kind of cold out here. Let's go inside and talk about 5 great spring cocktails. Welcome to Common Man Cocktails. I'm Derek Schomer. Let's look at 5 spring cocktails because spring is in the air, almost, and it's time to start looking at cocktails that might have some fruit infusions in them. And while you're here, don't forget to check out youtube.com/thecraftcocktail. That is where you can get beautiful craft cocktails on another channel developed by us. Right now, all vodka based, then all gin based. It's going to be a good time. In one of these cocktails, the first one will appear in the next season on the craft cocktail when we start getting into gin. And it's called the Clover Club. It probably has some history behind it, but that's not what this video is about. This video is about ideas for you to think about for the upcoming spring season. The Clover Club is 1½ ounces of London dry gin, 1½ ounce of fresh lemon juice, 1½ ounce of raspberry syrup, and then a ½ ounce of egg whites. 3 raspberries as your garnish. But you're like, what the hell's raspberry syrup? It's springtime, I can get buckets of raspberries, but how do I make a raspberry syrup? If you're gonna be making a lot of Clover Clubs, we're gonna stick with a higher measure here. But if you want to make a syrup that's less, cut all the ingredients in half. 2 cups of demerara sugar, turbinado sugar, one of those two. 1 cup of water, 1 cup of fresh raspberries. Fresh or frozen raspberries, it's not gonna make really any difference in this specific case. You're gonna make a simple syrup. It's a 2-to-1 ratio. That means it's a rich simple syrup. Take your water, put it in a pot. Take your sugar, put it in a pot. By the way, if you need some assistance here, a cup, 8 ounces. So you put those together, you warm them up, it's gonna turn into a syrup. Stir it around, when it goes clear, throw your raspberries in there. Stir your raspberries around, shut off the heat, set it off to the side, continue to stir it up, let it pulverize. I don't think pulverize is a word, but you want it to basically, you want the fruit to break down into the syrup. And you want it's just gonna turn red and lovely and syrupy. Then, strain it out. I personally would use a cheesecloth, or if you've got a lot of time, a coffee filter, and then squeeze out the rest of the syrup, just so you don't get any of the hard fruit bits in there. Maybe a colander and a double strainer. You know, get out the floaties. If you're gonna be using the syrup a lot and you made a lot of it, you're probably gonna find that the pectin will rise to the top. Just skim it off when it's in the refrigerator, and you'll be fine. Because it's an egg white cocktail, you're gonna dry shake it first. I have a video on dry shaking, right there. You can check out that video to understand a little bit more about dry shakes. Next is the Pimms Cup. If you've never had a Pimms Cup, now is your chance. The Pimms Cup is 2 ounces of Pimms No. 3 ounces of lemon lime soda, cucumber sliced, whole strawberry quartered, half an orange slice, and 6 mint leaves. You build it in the glass. You can garnish the crap out of that thing. The more fruit, the better. It's gonna look awesome. I'll show you what Pimms looks like. What you're looking for is this. Wait. What you're looking for is this. Hold on. Autofocus for the win. Pimms No. 1. Pimms No. 1 is a fantastic herbal product. Think of it as a fresh fruit herb flavor blend. There's a recipe on the back. It says fill tall glass halfway with ice. Add 1.5 ounces of Pimms. Top off with ginger ale or lemon lime soda. Garnish with a lemon slice. It's kind of like a Pimms Cup. Not quite. But now you have 2 recipes. Thank you. That one doesn't even count towards my spring cocktail list. The next cocktail is called the Southside Fizz. I'm going to be honest with you. This one sounds awesome. I haven't made it yet, but you're going to see it this month on Common Man Cocktails, made in full. So stay tuned for that. The Southside Fizz is 2 ounces of dry gin, 3/4 ounce of fresh lemon juice, 1 teaspoon of superfine sugar, 8 to 10 mint leaves, topped with club soda. In this case, I just say about 4 to 5 ounces of club soda, and you're just going to be grand. If it's too watered down, just do 2 to taste. You're going to muddle the mint gently. Beep, 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 beep. Just like we muddled the show with humor, we muddle your mint like this. I'm smiling because I just dropped stuff on the floor. You don't want to tear the mint. You just want to crush the mint so you can get out some of the oils and mintiness. Add your lemon juice, your sugar, your gin, a little bit of ice. Shake that up. Pour that into your highball with ice. Top it with your club soda. You got yourself a spring cocktail, dude. It's kind of like a little take on the Southside cocktail or the Chicago Southside cocktail. Both which have been on this channel. One of those is going to be above. I just don't know which one it is yet. Next, Kentucky Derby fans, mint julep. It's got bourbon in it. It's gonna be good. The mint julep is 2 ounces of bourbon, 4 mint leaves, 1 teaspoon of powdered sugar, 2 teaspoons of water. You're gonna muddle your mint with your sugars and your waters, just like the last drink. You're on a roll here. Then you're gonna top that up with lots of crushed ice. Then you're gonna add your bourbon on top. If it melts too much of the ice, add more crushed ice. Garnish it with a mint sprig. But you're saying, Derek, don't you need like a mint julep cup for that? Sure as dog piss turns your grass yellow, you're probably gonna want a julep cup. You can get these for a limited time at awesomedrinks.com. They don't sell very well, so I'm not gonna carry them anymore. So get them while they last, buy the rest of my inventory. The next drink is one that the name doesn't really convey the message, but it's a great drink. It's called the Cigarette Girl. You remember that? You remember that raspberry syrup that you made and you probably made too much and you're like, what am I gonna do with it now? I got an idea. The Cigarette Girl. The Cigarette Girl is 2 ounces of gin, 1 tablespoon of raspberry syrup, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, fresh mint, soda water, about 1 to 2 ounces. You're good to go. It's a really easy gin cocktail. You'll find this gin really pairs well with spring cocktails because gin brings along with it lots of herbs. Chamomiles, lavenders, junipers. Obviously junipers. Sometimes a little bit of cilantro, lemongrass, barbecue sauce. That's not true. The barbecue sauce, I was just doing that so that you giggle a little bit and be like, what? No, it's not. There's no barbecue sauce in gin. If there's a gin barbecue sauce, leave it below. Link me up. I want to get some of that stuff. You're going to shake and strain the Cigarette Girl. It's probably going to fit right in a coupe. A coupe or Nick and Nora, you don't even need ice for that. You're going to drink it so quickly. Stop it. You're going to drink it so quickly that you're going to drink it so quickly you're... Seriously? Every time? You're going to drink it so quick, ice isn't going to make a difference. So build this in high quantities. Great. These are all great cocktails if you're going to have a party. Springtime is a great time for a party because sometimes, not here in New England, but you could go outside, get your outside fun in before the mosquitoes show up. I would just punch them all up, put them in big bowls, and serve them to all your guests. It'd be a great time. 5 spring cocktails, plus the bonus one, all for you this season. These are not that complicated to make, have some great raspberry mint pairings. It's a good time. It gives you an appreciation for the season. Fresh berries always make cocktails better. Use all fresh fruit and your mind is going to be blown. Now what I'm going to need you to do is click that link below. That's the subscribe button. It's free. Now you can watch every episode that comes out. If you want to, there's a bell right on our main page. Click on that and be emailed every time a new episode comes out, which is even better. Check out the 2 videos over there. One of those 2 is going to lead you on an adventure that's going to blow your mind. Get yourself educated with cocktails. Today, we're teaching you how to drink.